Hello and welcome, Brad with BradGump.com. Do another video for you, just another tutorial really, and it's a pretty simple one in my shoes at least. It may not be in your shoes because if this is your first time doing this, this is gonna be challenging. But I hope I can help you out as best to my ability as possible, and hopefully we can go from there. Today I'm just gonna do a real simple movie. I just did a video tutorial on how to um, activate GPS functions on a dash cam that I have. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make that video. Um, but I pretty much have everything set up to the point where it's easy for me to make videos with no issues whatsoever. I have my opening right here. I've got my body of the video here and the end. So my introduction, the body, and my conclusion. It's just like writing a page for or a paper for school. Um, Here's my opening. Let's play it right now. It's got my zombie music. It's called Zombie Stomp or something along those lines. I've got my body, which sure we'll just play it real quick. It's just a quick tutorial. Really, here's the body of it, and here's my ending. All right, and that's pretty much all you really need. Um, so let's make a movie now. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna click on VSDC Free Video Editor. This pops up every time, and this is how it looks when you first open it. Property window doesn't normally stay open, but I've pinned it to stay open just because I like to be able to see the properties as I'm doing my work. Um, so let's click on new project up here. We're gonna call this one, well, let's see here, we'll call this one both GPS slash what to call this one, walkthrough. It's in high definition, 1920 by 1080 pixels, 16 by 9. Width is 1920. That's where the 1920 by 1080 comes from. In other words, it's this across my screen is 1920 by 1080p. That's where the high definition comes through. It's 30 frames per second at 44,100 hertz. And that's where you enter the title, blah, 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 blah. You can use screen capturing if you want to. I am using, don't look like it's going to let me do that. Hang on a sec. I am using Cam Studio. It's open source. Cam Studio is just far superior to the free stuff out there. Well, this is free, but um, when I'm using VSDC Free Video Editor cam screen capturing, the motions are dead on, but the voice is off by about 15 seconds. It's horrid. It drives me nuts. So, all right, well, since I had to close that, let's rename these. GPS walkthrough. I don't care about my spelling. I generally click on blank project. You can hit import videos and images, and I'll do that for the sake of this video. And you hit OK. This is where all of your effects are to do your horizontal switch between images or scenes. Come down here, you can do like mosaic. There's tons of tools built in here. You got page turner. You got push door. vertical out with 1 times 4 grid. It just means there's 4 of them. So there's a bunch of stuff down here. You can click on this and add video, and then we'll do this real quick. We'll do my opening with my zombie music, and it loads up just like that. And then say like you want to add an effect. Let's do fade. Fade out works for me. Click here to indicate that that's where you're working, and you hit add effect. And then you see it fades away. And then we'll add the second video here, in which case is that one. Okay, and then let's check this fade again. Yeah, see, it fades away from this scene here, fades into that one. And you can go through this whole setup, and then you can hit apply settings. And it applies it. And you can skip forward, skip through it. Or you can skip through it the fast way down here. Alright, we can go about that route. I generally like to do a blank, start off a blank project. And this is what a blank project looks to me. I use these tools over here a lot, mainly these 3 right here. And that's just because that's how I got used to using it. VSDC Free Video Editor does this in layers, kind of like Adobe Photoshop or Paint.net, which is this program right here. It's another freebie. And what I do is I hit this little button right here to import a video. This folder pops up which is where I store all of my video. I have just opening and closing. Those don't have any music with them whatsoever. I use these for like video walkthroughs of rentals that are going to have music playing in the background. Not necessarily my music. So, for instance, this video, I'm going to click on opening with zombie music. This comes up. It says object position settings. I just hit OK. I don't even mess with any of these. And my cursor changes into a plus symbol. What you want to do is you want to left click and hold. So left click and hold, and then you want to drag this open. Okay, and that's the video file. That's the opening that I showed you earlier. Now you may be wondering why it's showing up down here. Good 18 seconds into the video, you just grab it and drag it back, bring it right back to the beginning. And there she is. Now, what you can do, and this is entirely up to you, you can position this video in such a manner to where it's taking over one corner, and you can have a background here. So, like for instance, you can go to Paint.net here, wait on this to open up, resize, 19, 20, 80. You can pick a color down here, like a blue. Come up here, play with this thing. And you can do something like this. Enter in your text like so. Actually, let's do another layer, it's easier. You can type in bradgump.com, do it in black. Increase your font. Position that like so. I'm doing this as fast as I can so that I don't bore you. And I'm also using shortcut keys. I'm just going to put that in there. It's a PNG file. Okay. close this out. Alright, now that image I just created, I just did it in 2 minutes flat, you know, not a big deal. So let's open up this picture, and there's the picture that I just made. Alright, I'll go down here, and there's that picture I made. I'm getting really kind of tired of that. I'm just dragging everything down so that I can see it. And what you want to do here is right click the image and tell it to go down. You're still on the image. You can click on the image if you're not entirely sure. And what I do is I click set the same size as the parent. And what that does is it just takes it to the full screen here. And then what you can do at that point is you can take this video and you can just put it in like so. Now you may notice down here that the video is this long and the image is only this long. So what happens when I play the video and say a minute or so into it, the background image disappears like that. What do? That's actually second. What you do is you slightly grab hold of it until your cursor does that, and then you pull it. So that while this video is playing, while my opening is playing, there is a background going through. Okay. Now you see the video has ended, but the image is still longer. That's perfectly fine. You can adjust it to where they end together. There you go. See, one frame they're together, the next frame they're both off. Not a big deal. You can do it like that. It's not an issue. It's a user preference at that point. I did these on a couple of them, and I've gotten out of the habit of doing this. I don't know why. It just changed my mind, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click image, and I'm going to delete it because I'm not entirely into that anymore. And what I am going to do is I'm going to click on my video 1 here. I'm going to click set to the same size as the parent so that it's full screen for you. And then I'm going to click on this little icon right here, which will take me to the block ending. So it'll take me exactly at the end of this video. And voila. Now, at this point, what I'm going to do, since this is my opening, I'm going to add another video, my body, which is this one. Again, it tells the object position. And my cursor changed again to a plus symbol. Gonna left click and hold and drag it open. And then at this point, I'm gonna click set to the same size as the parent again, so that when you're watching the video, everything's uniform. So this is my opening, so that when it gets into the body, it's not a different size, it's not at a weird spot, so that you have to physically pull your eyes to where the video has just appeared. It makes for a much more pleasant video experience. And you may be wondering, why aren't I doing a fade or a doors opening or anything like that? Because it's just like normal television. If you watch television, they don't use fades. They just change the scene. That's just what we're used to, I guess. And here's the body of it. Now, if you wanted to be a little bit more creative than what I'm being right now, you can click on the video right here. And up here it says under scene 0, it says video 2. If you click on that, you can add different video objects or audio effects. By doing so, you come up here to like video effects. You can hit transparent. You can do fade in, fade out, customs, do borders, border background remover, stuff like that. And what that does is it'll do like the fade into the scene, and then as the scene's going through, it'll fade out. Um, you don't necessarily have to do it with just the video. You can do it with text. You can click this little icon right here. It says add text. It says buy work area. Again, my cursor changed. I'm just going to open that up. Coming over here to my properties. And click right there. And say hello all. Would help if I knew how to spell. This is where you change your font and your points. So we can do bold, we can do Verdana, we can do size 72 and click OK. You can vaguely see it right there. You come down here, you can change your color. You can pick any of these colors in that range, or you can pick any within that range. I'm just gonna pick black. Click OK. And you see it says hello all right there. You can click it and you can move it to wherever you want. And with the text, it just creates another layer. So on this layer of text, if you want to make this fade in and fade out, click up here on this little icon right here, text, and then you come up here to video effects. You can do transparent, fade in. By object possession setting again, it just automatically comes in. You can adjust it to wherever you want to. Let's just say right there. So you can do a fade in. See, it's disappeared now. Alright, and we'll just do another video effect of fading out. So obviously fade in moves this way and fade out moves from here this way. That's why you saw me move fade out from this on back. And really, you're only going to learn this when you start playing with them. You can change the settings up here, how long they last. In this case, it's 33 milliseconds. Not even that, it's 0.033 milliseconds. So it's even less than what I originally thought. And what you can do is you play with your frames here. So 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's, and then it just fades out. So you can do it like that. It's entirely up to you. Just play around with it, have fun with it, and you'll be fine. Again, I just right clicked on it and hit delete, and it deleted the text. So what I want to do now is I want to go to the end of this video file, and I'm going to do that by clicking this. And there I am. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my ending. And I'm going to do the one with music because this is my video. It's not a video walkthrough. This is a simple tutorial. And I'm going to hit this one. And again, my cursor changed. Left click and hold and pull it open. It's just like opening a Christmas present. You have to hold the box, but you still have to rip the paper off of it. I'm going to set this as same size as parent. And it just dawned on me that I didn't really tell you how to keep your properties window open. There's a little icon up here that says auto hide. You can click on it and then you can always pin it open. Pinning, I guess, is the new Microsoft term or the new Windows term where you can pin objects onto your desktop. It's kind of nice. I've gotten to like it a lot, but again, I don't work for Microsoft. Not endorsed by them. I'm just pointing out the obvious. So that's what I do. I always leave my property windows open. I like knowing where it is. Tells me my time and my frames and lock to parent. It tells me my duration. This video itself is 12 seconds long. It tells me my video name, which is ending with music. .avi, set to the original size, which is 1920 by 1080. And if I so choose, say like on a video walkthrough, I can go through and disable these audio tracks and tell it not to use the audio. In this case, I want it to use the audio. And if you want to disable the audio track, say like you're doing an intro for, hey guys, I'm getting ready to go skydiving, bear with me as as plane climbs up there, we'll be back in a moment, blah, 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 blah. And then it shows you up on the plane, and then you're saying, I'm going to jump now. Obviously, when you jump out the plane, the wind is going to take over the microphone. There's no way of talking into the microphone as you're free falling. It's just stupid. So what you can do is you can keep your opening over here. You can keep the audio track for that. Disable the audio track for you free falling, and then enable the audio track for your review, your experience, would you do it again, stuff like that, and then your endings or whatever. That's pretty much how you do that. It comes in very handy. You wouldn't believe how handy that comes in, especially if you're recording with someone else in the room and they're talking. You don't want that showing up on your video. So it comes in real handy. You can just disable the audio track, which is one function that is completely awesome in VSDC free video editor. I love being able to just turn off the sound. So for the most part, that's it for making this video. You can scroll through it if you want to. I've done this so many times now that it's like looking at the back of my hand. You can feel free to watch this video. I'll link it if I can remember to do so. And that's it for the most part. Pretty much what you do at this point is you come up here to projects. Now, like any other project out there, whether it's word processing or spreadsheet working, you want to save as you go. So you just hit save project. You can just hit save. You can name it to whatever you want to. Not a big deal. I don't know what happened just there, but this is such a small project, I'm not even going to bother saving it. Now, if you're going to do like text every 10 seconds of the video, like fading in, fading out, doing, swirls, doing green screens, stuff like that on here, then yes, you want to save it often. There's a gentleman who does do the green screen effect in VSDC video editor. He does such a good job at it that there's no sense in me trying to replicate what he does when he does it better than I can. So I'll just leave him alone. He can keep banking on that credit. He's been a major help to me. Just do a search for VSDC video editor. He's the one with the spaceship. Very awesome video. Very talented, very imaginative, and I can't speak today, I'm sorry. So, yep, that's pretty much how you do it. And once you're done with your video, you've added all the video files you wanted to, you've added all the text, you've added all the pictures, all the MP3s, all that fun stuff. What you do is you go back to projects here, and you click on export project. It does this every time I use VSDC video editor. It lets me know that a new version is available. At this time, do I want to download it, yes or no? I'm going to say no because I'm obviously doing a tutorial for you. And this is the window that pops up at this point. Alright, this is PC. You can save it as a DVD. You can save it to the DVD. So for family videos, stuff like that, you just burn it to a DVD and you're done. iPod. I generally leave it PC and just leave it alone. These are the different video formats that you containers that you can put the video in. I leave it as an AVI. And you may be wondering why I leave it as an AVI. It's just whatever little work I have to do on this program, the better. One thing you want to do down here is you want to direct it to your output file where you want to save it. For instance, this one's okay. It's users Brad desktop GPS walkthrough.avi. I'm perfectly fine where that's going to save. When you're ready to export, you just hit convert files, and what this will do is it will join your various video formats, your videos, your music tracks, your pictures, your text documents, your fade in, your fades out. It'll all join into one file so that when you play it, it's continuous and you don't have to, and it doesn't like blink at you, you know, between scenes. It's all one continuous file and it will play flawlessly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit convert files. Okay. Something tells me it doesn't like my name because I got a slash through there. Yeah, we'll just call it walkthrough. That's fine. I don't have a problem with it doing what it just did. We'll hit convert. That's what it was. It didn't like the slash, that backslash. And as you can see, it's doing its thing right here. It's average speed of 9.31 frames per second. The elapsed time of 16, 17 seconds now. At a later date, there'll be another counter that pops up over here that tells me how much time I have remaining. That could take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. Just popping up. Well, there it is. It says I've got 30 minutes left until this video is done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video for the time being, let this conversion go through, and I'm going to uncheck this preview so that my computer has more processing power to convert this video. So bear with me as I pause everything, and when it's done, I'll come back and we'll conclude this video. Thank you much. Alright, it actually took about 15-20 minutes, not necessarily half hour, but it is done. Conversion is complete. If you need to contact support, you can contact them here at this email address. I've only had one instance where conversion was not complete, and I think it was all due to how I saved the file, like how I named it. So that's, if something like that pops up, it says conversion is not complete, it's because something, how it was saved, how you named it and how it was saved. So hit OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this. You got to close out this one first, and then you can minimize it. And then let's go to that file that had it. Video edit, final edit. And if I remember correctly, I named it walkthrough. And let's just double click that, see how it looks. Alright, yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Let's skip to the end real quick, yeah? BG, Brad Gump. Alright, there she is. There's the video right there. And just real quick, I'm going to right click this video, see how big this video file is. 93.7 megabytes. That's actually really not too bad. Some videos, when they're way too big, like for instance, this is the raw file for the body, It's 1.47 gigs big. I mean, that's a big file compared to this. What I'll do with a file like that big, so I'll come up here to Handbrake, which is an encoder, and I'll have it encode it in a MP4 format, which will change the container from AVI to MP4. And what it does, Handbrake here, what it'll do is it'll reduce the size of this file to something similar to this. So that's what you do if you've got really big files. But for the most part, since it converted these three files together to make this one, and it reduced it down to 93.7 megabytes, I'm not worried about sending it through the encoder. This will upload just fine to YouTube, no problems whatsoever. The only problem I do have with YouTube is it re-encodes everything at a less than standard high definition outlook. Everything becomes blurry and pixelated. It's kind of aggravating, but I can't complain. I'm not the one hosting the world's biggest search browser, which is owned by Google. So alright, well, that's pretty much it for this video. I walked you through the basics of making a video using VSDC Video Editor. A real quick walkthrough on how to make a background image in Paint.net, and converted everything together. The only task that's left is to upload this to YouTube and let it go active. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment below, and I will reply to you as soon as I can. Or you can go to bradgump.com and go to the contacts page, and all of my credentials are there. You can send me an email. You can send me a call me if you want to. So thank you much for watching. This is Brad, bradgump.com. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.